very strong, powerful leader. Mother of 3, been in home health care for over 12 years. Done a little bit of everything. Any type of industry you can possibly think of, I've done it. But what made me tap into this particular industry was because I got to be able to see getting my time back. I got to be able to make the money and be able to dictate my income on my own and be able to share the information in the process. So that's what I love about this whole industry. So the information I'm about to give you tonight, please take notes. You guys answer questions. We will get those answered toward the end. And make sure you have an open mind. All right, you guys. So our markets live is what we're talking about tonight. You guys, I know some of you all are familiar. If you're not familiar, I advise you to get familiar. Robert Kiyosaki, millionaire in the industry. And they always tell you, go follow someone that has already done it, has been there through the trials, the tribulations, and everything else. This gentleman is phenomenal. He wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And if you don't know about the book, like I said again, definitely check that out. He also came out with another one called Cash Flow Quadrant, which basically goes over the employee. The employee is basically majority of us, where we actually have a 9 to 5 or a 12-hour shift or whatever hours that you may work. But the thing is, you're actually trading time for money. So you are working, putting in extra hours for a certain amount of time. When you stop working, what happens? Your money actually stops at the same time, you guys. Okay, now the self-employed decides to say, you know what, I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to actually put some time into where I can work for myself. Now this is great, but the thing is, you're still trading that time for money, because for your barbers, people that own the salons, the landscapers, and everything else, for those individuals that do not show up to that salon, or do not show up to cut that grass, or do not show up to that art gallery, or whatever it may be, that means you have to get out of your bed or whatever you're doing and actually go put that time in, right? So then we have the other individuals that say, you know what, I'm kind of, doing the self-employed part, so let me move on to the next level, right? Everyone, there's levels to everything that we do in life. The business owners say, you know what, instead of me being the doctor, why not own the actual practice so I can actually spend more time with my family, have more personal time, and all those great things, right? So again, we tap into the #1 industry right now that is so small, but to the point where it is one of them things where it's like, if you don't know, this is the perfect time for you to start knowing, okay? Investor. 5% of the people, and it's only 95% that actually has more of the wealth. The investor is the one where when you get a chance to have your money work for you. While you're sleeping, you're making money. That's good. I'm totally game for that, right? So we can move along. What is Forex? Now ask yourself, if you have a bank account, okay, you are participating in the foreign exchange market right now, whether you want to or not, unless you close your bank account, which I know too many people are not trying to do. But if you have a bank account, you are participating. The difference is you are not actually profiting from what it is that the banks are doing. You have a couple hundred, a couple thousand in your account that you've put all these extra hours in, worked overtime for, or whatever. You put it in there thinking everything is good and everything is kosher. The bank is waiting and saying, okay, you know what? This young lady has 200 in her account. Let's take this, put it into the market, make our money off of that, and then eventually put her money back. Think about it. If you ever had a chance to go try to log into your online bank account at maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you get that error message, right, saying it's maintenance. Really think about it, you guys. Currencies, I'll trade one currency for another 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. This is a $5.3 trillion industry that we are part of. I am so okay with just getting 1% of that. We trade on any device as well, you guys. Next slide. What is our markets live? First off, we are the Harvard when it comes to this industry, okay? We have first class sports education. We're founded by July 4, 2013. So again, we're getting our independence back. We're gaining that knowledge back. We're learning a skill set, right? On top of that, operating in 120 plus countries. So again, this is not just an Atlanta thing. This is not a Miami thing. This is not Nashville. We are a global industry, okay? Debt-free and privately owned. No third-party services. So again, don't have to even worry about somebody getting upset and mad and saying, you know what, I'm just going to take out my software and move on. At the end of the day, you can actually learn this skill set and be able to fund your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, whatever it may be. Okay? Next slide. So we all know that leadership, it starts with the head. You guys, I had an opportunity, along with some of my teammates as well, got the chance to actually meet Mr. Christopher Terry. This gentleman is a 9-figure income earner. When I tell you, he actually trades himself. So it's not somebody that was in the market of, you know, retail, or somebody that did real estate or any other industry, and not knocking those industries. But again, he actually does what the business is. So that right there means a lot. Now, they always say behind every good man, there's a good woman. And I know we got women watching, so I know you all agree. And for the people in the room, there's a good one behind him. She is actually the reason why he is where he is right now. He took her advice. She taught this man everything that he knows as far as when it comes to this Forex market. The thing was, he just took it a step further. Again, remember we was talking about levels. He took it to a whole nother level, you guys, and turned it into where it was for the average individuals, for them working moms, them working dads, the grandparents, the struggling college student, the person that has, so many other issues going on, for the people that already have several businesses that want to, of course, be a part of more to create more income. Alex Morton, real cool guy, young millionaire. He's helped over 30-some-odd individuals become millionaires himself, and it just makes sense to have, a little spice in there too, right? Ivan Tapia, got a chance to meet this gentleman all the way from Mexico, and when I tell you, he's just full of life. He had it to the point where he was just like, you know what, this just makes sense. So be a part of something that makes sense, literally and financially. Results with our services are not guaranteed. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, yes, you're going to, totally make $1,000 in 5 minutes. We guarantee it. We're not one of those corny commercials. No. I will say work and learning is definitely required, and profits vary, okay? Everyone's learning curve is totally different, all right? Our Market Labs does not trade your money or handle your investments. So, hey, it would be cool, but I am not going to trade for you. You cannot give me $100 or $1,000 or $200 or $2,000 and say, hey, trade it for me. No, if you want to give it to me as a gift, I will gladly take that. But I will not trade your money for you, okay? Our Market Labs does not earn on any of your trades. If you put the time in and you're learning, you went through the academy, you went through TV, you talk to different people that are learning the different strategies or whatever, and everyone comes together and you figure it out and you make $1 million in whatever time frame that happens, that is your money. That is your blessing, you guys, okay? And if you want to share, again, I'll send you my cash app, all right? Enter and exit trades at any time. You're fine. So at the end of the day, you can totally hop in when you want to. You can hop out. There's different time frames in this process, so you will be able to enter and exit, okay? Our objective is to empower, enrich, and educate you guys. It's not to sugarcoat anything. It's not to, try to, make it seem like, oh, it's so glamorous and everything else. You're going to have situations that happen. You're going to, not so much as lose, but you're going to learn. And I'd rather at least go through a process to be able to have a great reward towards the end. This is your harvest that I was speaking about earlier. Okay, you guys? We have 60 plus videos, multiple languages, basic to advanced. It's literally almost close to like an 8th grade, all the way up into the people that have been trading for a decade or more years. They can actually be a part of this. And you always want to sharpen your tools, right? If you had an old axe in the garage that's been sitting there for a while, of course it's going to get a little rust on it, right? But what do? You take it out, you clean it up, you put the oil on there, you get it shined up, and I promise you it works like new, okay? Learn from expert traders as well. Like I said again, we have people that have been trading for months. We have people that have been trading for days, weeks, years, and so forth. But at the end of the day, our expert traders, exactly, they have a format, they have a plan, they have a platform, they have a foundation that they've been studying for a long period of time, and all they're doing is just sharing the information. Again, trade at your own risk, okay? Next slide. I'm Marcus Live TV. Love it. I don't even have cable no more. This is what we watch in my household. This is what is on our TV screens in every room. If you don't have this on your screen, we have a problem, okay? So, this right here, we have over 120 hours. Again, multiple languages. So you don't have to worry about, if you got somebody that's interested and they speak Spanish and you don't. Don't worry, we got you covered, okay? On top of that, many trading sessions. So again, if you work in the morning time and nighttime is better, or the evening, we got you. If you're a night owl, we got 3 a.m. sessions that you can actually be a part of. So no one is being left behind, you guys. No one. All right, and also, best DVR. We have the recording. So if you missed something because maybe you fell asleep, or maybe you had to, handle something with the family, or even something personal, at the end of the day, we have you covered because you can always go back. The harmonic scanner. It's like music to my ears. It's like the perfect name, right? So with this, they have high probability confirmations to help increase the chances of profiting. Again, trade at your own risk. Disclaimer, my profits ain't going to be your profits, and same for you. Your profits are not going to be my profits. But again, if you study, you go over the IML Academy, you go over the IML TV, you go through the process of asking questions, and you're figuring out what strategy works for you, I can say that you will definitely see the reward in the end. Okay? Also, it scans the market. You're providing all of the info, your take profit, your stop loss, your entry price, what time frame, the hours, the whole nine. You get all of that. So it's kind of like no way you can possibly lose unless you are gambling and you just hopping in just to be hopping in, just to be doing something. You're not even taking out the time to even go over what it is they sent you. Okay? Properly owned software. Okay? And high accuracy for confirmation. Next slide. The web analyzer. This is the harmonic scanner on steroids, okay? This right here, when I tell you, when you get an alert, it makes a cha-ching sound. Now, of course, that's change, but either way, if it's change or if it makes the sound of paper, I'm listening, I'm paying attention because I need to know what's going on. They're sending alerts to you guys, right? Okay? It's a custom platform, and they receive precision trade setups combined with your trading strategy. Remember, we spoke about strategies earlier. Okay? Next slide. Swing trades. Now, I know the name sounds kind of like, what? Swing trades. But this right here is, I feel like it's a thousand plus product. The reason why is because Christopher Terry himself is owner. Remember I told you previous in the video that he actually trades himself. He trades millions of dollars and hundreds and thousands of dollars. So clearly he knows what he's doing, right? The thing is, he sends out alerts. You get them in your email. He says, hey, check this out. You click on it, you go inside, and he's sitting up there looking at this trade to the point where he's saying, you know what, this is why I think that this is a good trade. This is the pair you need to be taking a look at. If you look back a month ago, if you look back 2 weeks ago, this is how everything was set up. And around about the same time, it's getting ready to repeat itself. Okay? So this is an opportunity for you to at least, capitalize and make this certain amount. Now, of course, his profit's going to be 100 times more than ours, but either way, if you turn 10 cents into $10 or 20 cents into $20, that was more than what you had previous to, right? So it just makes sense. Multiply your money, learn how. And if you had the opportunity to get someone like Serena Williams or Kobe Bryant to come out and teach you how to actually, swing the tennis racket or actually dribble the ball so you can get that 3 shot, what is that actually worth to you? Think about that. Next slide. Swipe trades. Definitely love this, okay? You either get to say, yes, I'll accept it, or no, I'll decline, right? It's totally up to you. It sends you, again, different trade setups. It tells you, again, the entry, the take profit, your stop loss. It tells you the time frame. It tells you at the bottom, it gives you a note, and it says, of course, trade at your own risk. If you have this certain amount of your income, then you need to be trading at this lot size. I know it sounds like, probably foreign language. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. When I get some participation, I'm not Of course, that's how this actually works, okay? So it's no trading experience. You do not have to be knowing how to do this. I promise you, I've seen people come into this industry, and the young lady that's behind the phone right now can even tell you. We have seen people come in this industry and not have no idea of